Oh, good morning. Sorry about the bathrobe, but I just kind of rolled out of bed, have my cup of coffee here. This is some freshly ground, freshly brewed Mexican Altura coffee. It's good. I've been drinking coffee and watching YouTube this morning, and thanks to some wonderful videos out there, I now understand that I am a gay psychic empath with Asperger's, so I was very pleased to learn all of that. I never knew I was gay, and I sort of suspected I had Asperger's, and as far as empathy goes, forget about it. But, you know, hey, everybody's got an axe to grind and a message to give and a song to sing here on YouTube, and that's part of the fun, right? This morning, I'm going to be reviewing SnuffStore.co.uk's Cafe Noir nasal snuff. Now, I read that this is a recreation done exclusively for Snuff Store of G.H. Smith & Company's Cafe Royale, which was the most expensive nasal snuff you could buy in England when it was out, I guess. It's legendary. It is the cafe at the end of the universe. It's the coffee snuff holy grail, which, as you know, if you've watched my videos for a while, I've really had a tough time finding what I consider to be a good coffee snuff. Now, there are others that are decent. I mean, I love the Abraxas Cafe 11, but that's more like a delicious after-dinner fancy coffee drink or something that a barista with high creative aspirations might create for you at Caribou or Starbucks or something. It's got liqueur in it, it's sweet, it's creamy, and it's delicious. But for just black coffee, it really wasn't my holy grail. The Samuel Gawith black coffee was fine on the first couple of sniffs, but as it matured in the nostrils, it ended up smelling like stale, wet coffee grounds. So it was less than pleasant. Toke Espresso, which I call Toke Excuso, forget about it. It's garbage. And there are other coffee stuffs. Tia Maria from Gawith and Hogarth. Yeah. Yeah. 1 out of 5, in other words. It's quinine. There's no coffee in there. It's like somebody that was using serious drugs said, I think I'm going to make a delicious coffee snuff and put a bunch of quinine in it. Yeah, okay, good for you. So I haven't been very successful in finding a good coffee snuff, but this one, yeah, it's getting closer. Now, I got a little sidebar for you. This is what they call a vacuum tin. You can see, I call it a shoe polish tin because I remember as a kid growing up, shoe polish kind of came in this kind of tin. That's what I call it, a shoe polish tin, or a saddle soap tin. I used to get saddle soap in this kind of tin. And they're very hard to open. You need fingernails of steel, you need a blowtorch, a crowbar, the jaws of life, it seems, to get these open. No, it's really not that tough. What I did with this one, and use this the next time you get a vacuum-sealed tin of snuff, stick it in the freezer overnight. Get it cold. That makes the ice crystals kind of pull out of the snuff and pull away from the rim of the tin where it seals. That helps. And I thank you, by the way, to Basement Shaman of snuffhouse.org for that tip. It's a good one. Then you take this, hold it like a wheel, and just tap it hard. I mean, tap it. You really kind of have to pound it like this. Along its circumference until you've completely rotated it and banged it all the way around the circumference. That opens up that vacuum seal and makes it very, very, very easy to pop open. You don't need fingernails of steel. You can get it open right away. Okay, I don't smell coffee right away. What I smell, yeah, it's a really, really elegant base tobacco. They obviously exercise a lot of care in selecting the tobaccos for this, drying them, curing them, and then making them into snuff. The grind is medium, the moisture is medium to high. One thing I like about this is that the grains of snuff are very uniform. So even though it's a medium grind, it's quite silky to the touch. It's going to feel very nice in your nose. I think this requires, as all good coffee does, a little warming. So let's warm it up with our fingertips. This is not one, I don't think, that you're going to want to use with a spoon. Although I think it might be okay in a bullet after a while, but especially if it's warmed up in your pocket a little bit. Wilson's of Sharrow's website says the correct way to do the thumb and forefinger pinch method is to take the pinch, let it warm for a couple of seconds, start with the left nostril, inhale part of it, and then go to the right nostril, and inhale the rest, or insufflate the rest. You're not actually inhaling. And that's a good way to do it. Dispose, oh hanky. There we go. Now I'm not a brown noser. Okay, what I smell right away is that really good tobacco. It's like fantastic. It doesn't burn at all. I have not yet established any kind of forward or back drip. That's a lovely, lovely tobacco scent. Where's the coffee? Where is the damn coffee? Snuff is called Café Noir, which is French for black coffee, for those of you who don't speak French, as I know I don't. Voulez-vous coucher avec moi ce soir? Come with me to the Casbah. We will make beautiful music together. Here comes the coffee. Yeah, it takes a couple of seconds for that coffee to start to emerge from that base tobacco. It is lovely. It is not a real strong coffee scent to this point, but it is much more natural than the Samuel Gawith black coffee. It smells more like really good coffee. Yeah. I think that if enough people get their hands on this, Toke will no longer make espresso. I think they'll probably drop it from their range. I hope they don't drop the Silver Dollar coffee. That's not bad. But the Toke espresso is horrible, as I said. Yeah, they're going to want to just throw that in the dustbin. This is good. The coffee is not pronounced. It's subtle, but it's there, and it is lovely. It's a complex, fresh brewed coffee aroma. If I smell my little cup of Altura here, which is now going cold, if you had to pick what kind of coffee, I'd say like this, it's a dark roast. That is very nice. Very nice. And the coffee just keeps coming out, just like puffs of steam rising from a freshly brewed cup of Java. That's very nice. Very, very nice coffee. It is still not my holy grail, but I'm picky about coffee snuffs. I'm giving this a 4 out of 5. I feel that there's always room for improvement. I'm very glad I got this tin. Now, being that it's a custom blended, single source snuff, is it more expensive? A little bit. I think the current price that I saw on SnuffStore last night for this, once you convert from Great British pounds to United States dollars, was about $5.50 for a 25-gram tin, which isn't real expensive. It's kind of in line with everything else that's out there. So I guess it's not that costly. Yeah, if you're going to pick a coffee snuff, right now, in my experience, this is the one to buy. It's good. I'm going to do another pinchy because it's so delicious. If you're like me and you like to drink coffee like all day long, this could be an all-day snuff for you. Nicotine content is moderate as far as I can tell right now. There's very little burn in the nose and very little nicotine pulse in the side of the nostril. You could do a lot of this, though, and you would enjoy it, I think. So if you're looking for a very good coffee snuff, still looking for the Holy Grail, but this is going to do for now. 4 out of 5 on the squinty scale. Again, sorry about the bathrobe and my general appearance. Like I said, some days I start more slowly than others. From the dank basement, this is Paul Schallbetter, your wicked Uncle Squinty. Thanks for watching. Sorry, I kind of faked you out there. I needed to come back because I had to tell you that after 5-6 minutes in my nostrils, that coffee scent is still there. It's still blossoming. It actually is getting better, more pronounced, the longer I keep the sniff in my nostrils. Wow. Yeah, it's still 4 out of 5, but it's awfully, awfully good. Get some. I got this tin, by the way, at MrSnuff.com just because it was a part of a greater order, and I've usually ordered my snuffs from Mr. Snuff. I've been very happy with their service. But I did go to snuffstore.co.uk last night, poked around their website, registered as a user, wrote a couple of reviews on there, and made myself an order that includes their Bucks Fizz, which is a champagne and orange juice snuff. And I'm going to order a tin of that because I can't wait to try it. It's one of my favorite morning drinks, champagne and orange juice. Here in the United States, we call that a mimosa, mimosa like the flower. In England, they call it apparently a Bucks Fizz. So I'm eager to try that. So Snuff Store UK, MrSnuff.com, the price is about the same between the two of them. Yeah, it's funny, Mr. Snuff is in Belfast, and Snuff Store is in Ballyclare, both in Northern Ireland. So they're both coming. They might be neighbors, you know. It's like, hey, go down the road. But yeah, you're going to like this. Get some, whether from snuffstore.co.uk or mrsnuff.com. This is Snuff Store's Cafe Noir. Again, oh, that's good. Thanks for watching.